Have you ever wanted something so bad, but then it was taken from you? You lost it. And that happened to me as a musician. My whole life, I wanted to be a musician. And honestly, I was never really that naturally good at it. I had to work really hard. Every single right note that I sang was hard work. All the chords I learned on guitar took so much time, and I had friends around me. It just felt like it was coming so naturally to them. And I worked hard for it. And then for 9 years, I got to be a worship leader at one of our locations, and it was amazing. I finally felt that validation, like I'm a musician. I'm doing this for a living, and it was awesome. And then in December 2019, I started having some vocal issues, and they were pretty significant. And the short version of the story is that I eventually had to give up being a worship leader. And one thing led to a next, and it was a very painful process, a very painful journey, because I didn't realize how much of my identity I had put in being a worship leader, how much of my identity I had put in being a musician. And because of that, I was not open to any transition, any change, because this is just where I felt like I had to be. It's who I was. And there's a verse in Ecclesiastes that really points this out and really challenged me. Ecclesiastes 3:1, it says, "For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven." I did not want my season of being a musician, my season of being a worship leader to end. But the reality was God was nudging me towards that. And now, where I am now, I could not have imagined a better spot for me to be in and what God's doing in my life. And the reality was, it was just time for a new season. Doesn't mean that one wasn't incredible. Doesn't mean that one wasn't important. But God said, hey, it's time for something new. And what is that for you? Is there something right now that you really don't want to let go of because it feels painful or it feels so core to who you are? But maybe God's pointing to something brand new. And it's not always easy. It might not always be flashy. But I believe when we trust in God and we follow his leading, it always ends up being the best thing for us.